What's up? What's up? Sean here, otherwise known as the Grandest Lamb. Eric Meadows has made the mistake of giving me the keys to the Ozone account, so now I'm posting videos of my own. Today we're going to be talking about punks and the future they have going forward in the next coming weeks. For those of you who don't know what punks are, they are archetype of cards that search for other archetype cards by paying life points. They have a very specific theming of level 3 monsters that are tuners and level 8 monsters that are non-tuners. The level 8 monsters have the ability to search out or summon the level 3 monsters from the deck by doing certain things, like sending themselves from hand to graveyard. They recently made a splash at the recent remote YCS with Polyarson, winning the event with 3 of them in his deck. Having them in your deck gives you the ability to gain more advantage off of E-Tele by summoning Xiamen, and Xiamen searches for Foxy, which Foxy summons another Xiamen from deck, and then you have 2 level 3s, one being a tuner, or both being a tuner, and giving you the ability to Hulk without the normal summon. Now, in the upcoming weeks, we got the new set called Dimension Force, which gives us even more boost to the archetype. The new Punk Dia Note, which is a level 5 non-tuner, is an excellent extender for the deck and opens up a lot more for the engine as a whole. Punk Dia Note's effect lets you reveal itself and another punk monster in your hand. You send one of the 2 to the graveyard and special summon the other one. Punk Dia Note's second effect lets you revive a punk monster from the graveyard that's not level 5, but you can't special summon Punk Dia Note for the rest of the turn. This is important because Punk Dia Note is the only non-level 8, non-level 3, non-tuner punk monster the deck has, so now you can structure your combos in a way that gets you a level 8 synchro to the field without you using your normal summon. So now this is where the fun stuff starts happening. Since Dia Note is a level 5 non-tuner monster, off E-Tele alone you can start beating stuff like Nibiru and other monster hand traps. Off just E-Tele actually, before committing your normal plays. What you do is you start with E-Tele, summon Xiamen. Xiamen gets Foxy Tune. Foxy Tune's effect summons Dia Note from deck. You turn this to a level 8 synchro of your choice. Dia Note summons back Foxy Tune. In this case I use Chaos Ruler. Then you overlay both for Photon Ruler. This way you can beat Nibiru before normal summoning something. So in this instance I'm playing Agents. I'm normal summoning Earth after I do this, or like anything else, for honest. This is a pretty generic engine actually. Anything that likes the graveyard would probably like this a lot. Of course the fun doesn't stop there. Hulk is a pretty big thing this format, and as such, since you are playing a tuner deck, you also have the option to route into those too. One of the strengths of punks is that you can fluidly go for your combos or a negate before your plays. If you find yourself in ever needing it, you can go for this instead. Since this gives you 2 bodies, one of them being a tuner, off of just E-Tele, this is also even more value. You also have Chaos Ruler as a follow-up option. Lastly, since Dia Note has the ability to summon from hand, opening Foxy 2 is no longer as punishing as before. You can just simply summon Xiamen and search for the missing piece, and Dia Note will just summon the other one from your hand. Then you get the exact same board as the others. Lastly, before I go, I want to mention a special shout out to Psychic and Punisher. This card is quite strong. It's a level 11 generic synchro monster. It's not a punk monster, but it's basically a punk monster in spirit, because it has very powerful effects. If your life points are lower, it's just unaffected by your opponent's activated effects. Punk monsters get your life points lower. In combination with stuff like Verte, you're always going to be having lower life points than your opponent. This makes a very good win con just randomly out the blue. Like if you have a level 8 on the field and level 3 on the field, instead of going for like a Hulk play, you just make this and just win the game for that. It has a very strong removal effect, and of course the attack gain is permanent. So be on the lookout for these 2 cards in Dimension Force. The Punk engine is nothing to scoff at. I think this engine is actually very powerful. It's only going to get better as time because the support in the set after that is even stronger, to be honest. With that said, this is Grand Lamb, and that is it.